Just popping in real quick to say I wasn't able to upload this video sooner because I kind of underestimated the amount of work that goes into creating these videos. If you end up enjoying this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to drop a like and a comment. Also, if you want to become a member of the Panda Sanctuary, there will be a link to the Discord server in the description. Anyways, enjoy the video.
Warning, viewer discretion is advised.
Have you ever thought that some games don't have that balance between graphics and gameplay? Well, if you do, that's because it's probably true, and I want to share my opinion on the topic. In this video, I'll also be breaking down a trailer of the upcoming game Subliminal, basically going over my thoughts and expectations of the game, while talking about graphics versus gameplay in video games. According to the developers over at Sven, Subliminal is a real-time software, ray-traced horror/puzzle game based on the concept of the Backrooms. Endless procedurally generated levels, bleeding edge lighting, hostile entities, liminal spaces, and the sense that something is not quite right. Now, Subliminal isn't to be confused with anything from the Backrooms universe, since this game is only inspired by that concept. I also suppose when it comes to these type of horror games, it doesn't technically need a storyline, but hopefully there is a storyline in Subliminal, because I really like storylines. A storyline such as the ones in Subliminal, The Stanley Parable, and Escape the Backrooms would be nice to see in this type of game. If you don't know what a liminal space is because you've been living under a rock, a liminal space, in my own words, often refers to a place that is empty or abandoned, that gives off an unsettling mood, for example being eerie or surreal. This creates an uncertain transition between familiarity and uncertainty, whether that's emotionally, physically, or metaphorically. Common feelings that I get when looking at liminal spaces are the feeling of nostalgia, deja vu, and sometimes being in like a dreamlike state. When watching the start of the Subliminal trailer, what really sticks out to me first is the informational video cassette tape playing at the start. It instantly gives me unsettling horror vibes, which is good to get people's attention. This cassette style has been used in many games, whether it's a cassette tape overlay in games from Puppet Combo or Chiller Arts, and the cassette tape videos in Poppy's Playtime. After watching the informational cassette tape video, let me tell you, this game looks absolutely beautiful. Just gonna quickly play a section from the trailer because I just can't get over how perfect it looks. Alright, let's see what we got. In-game... No way this is in-game footage. Huh? Wait, this looks exactly like real life. Hold up. What? Even the chair looks good. Also, oh wow, they've also done like details on the carpet and stuff. Oh, that is amazing. Oh, the lighting. If this is what the game is like, that's gonna be awesome. Yeah, you see what I mean by the graphics are beautiful? While watching that trailer, I was struggling to find words for what I was seeing because it was just that amazing. Like, it's really cool to see how far technology has come in a graphics sense, and no wonder it's taken the developers over at Sven so long to actually create this game. Here are some extra screenshots I've taken from the trailer. This one of a pool room inspired section, which the lighting here looks great, and I've actually seen this type of pool room inspired section in a lot of other games. Here's another screenshot of the insides of an empty hospital. I actually thought a broken down abandoned hospital looked scarier than one where it looks like everyone's just vanished. I don't know why this is, but it just makes it feel more eerie. Obviously these screenshots don't do full justice to the actual graphics of the game, but it's still really cool to see what Unreal Engine is capable of. This underground maintenance tunnel has to be my favorite. It literally looks like a photo taken out of real life. Even the marks on the concrete are insane, and I'm just talking about the ground. That's literally how impressive it is. At the end of the day, for me, graphics in video games aren't something that I'm really too fussed about, as long as the gameplay itself is fun. A game like Portal, for example, the graphics are okay, but the initial gameplay is very enjoyable and engaging for the person playing. The main issue for me when it comes to games like being released these days are, take a newer Call of Duty, for example. The graphics are awesome, but the gameplay is just, it's kind of boring or the same. It just doesn't give me that wow factor that makes me want to buy the game straight away. I'm obviously not going to sit here and say those games are bad or anything, or that no one plays them. It's just, it's annoying for me when game developers take 10 years to create a game because they want the graphics to be spot on. Then you buy the game and the gameplay is meh. The gameplay is just the same. Some games that have actually done good balancing this are games such as Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War Ragnarok, and Elden Ring. With this idea of graphics in mind, I just hope that Subliminal doesn't just focus on the graphics and actually gives us something fun to play. Oh, and don't get me wrong, Subliminal does seem like a horror game that is more based on the graphics and the mood that it creates, but if there's little to no gameplay aspect, I feel like it's more of an experience than a video game. While experiences are still cool in their own way, I'm just here to play a video game that's fun and enjoyable. But I don't think I need to worry about that as much, hopefully. Another thing to point out is, can our PCs actually handle these graphics? These are the specs recommended for the game, so I think I'll be fine, but I'm not the best at understanding what specs are good or not, but usually games like this that have really good graphics, that usually have like a graphics setting just in case, but hopefully that's not an issue for most people. Now I want to talk about the gameplay aspect of video games. In any video game, there's no doubt that gameplay is obviously the main focus, hence the name video games. There are a lot of video game genres ranging from horror games to RPGs to crafting games, and much more. Each game having their own unique gameplay can really help in making a game more fun or interesting to the viewer, or the gamer, whatever you want to say. Something that I've noticed over the years with video games is, I feel like developers are slowly running out of ideas. Crafting games, for example, are getting less fun because there aren't many different ideas being produced. It's basically usually an open world on land and a basic storyline you might see in a movie or another game. Like Minecraft, for example. The game's fun, but there are so many other games that are similar to Minecraft, obviously not in the blocky sense or whatever, but like Terraria and Minecraft, they're kind of similar concepts, just one's 3D and one's 2D. So in saying that, I've been playing a lot of Void Train lately on my channel, and that's a unique idea. Think about it, crafting game in the void on your own personal train. Now that actually sounds cool. Also, crafting games are sometimes more enjoyable to play with friends anyways, so that's something else to look at. But that's something I've been thinking about for a while, like, if you want to have a good game that people actually enjoy and give good feedback on, you need an original idea. Take Call of Duty again, for example. I'm sick of seeing another Modern Warfare or Call of Duty Black Ops 4 or whatever. Can they like come up with a better, like a different concept? Because it actually, the gameplay is just boring in those games now, and even though I used to love playing them, it's just, it was good when you played like Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2, but then 3 came along, and then 4, and then they'll probably make a 5th one. Wouldn't be surprised if they did that. But yeah, it's just, obviously it's just my opinion, and that's just how I see it, but I just feel like that's, gameplay is something you gotta really focus on, and the graphics don't actually matter at the end of the day, as long as the gameplay is good. Since I'm just focusing on a horror game today, I just want to talk about the gameplay related to this specific genre of video games. So basically, when I think of a horror game, I think of puzzles, clue gathering, exploring, or even just trying to escape or hide from something. Whether that's hiding from a scary 9-foot monster or there's demons chasing you. In the Subliminal trailer, we are actually shown two entities. One being this tall, creepy, greyish white figure, which gives me huge Slender Man vibes, and the second entity being what looks like evil red mist. Now this instantly suggests that you'll be running away and hiding from entities, which is a huge gameplay aspect of horror games. The next bits of gameplay we are shown are the usual puzzle type aspects seen in almost any horror game, especially since Subliminal stated the game is a puzzle based game. In the trailer we also see two puzzles, one being this fuse box puzzle where I'm guessing you gotta find all the fuse boxes in an area and turn them all on. There's also this color puzzle towards the end of the trailer. You'll probably have to find a code or know what order to press them in, so that's also pretty cool. If there are consistent puzzles like this along with the awesome graphics, I reckon this game could actually receive a lot of traction across YouTube, Twitch, and just in the gaming community itself. Nothing else really stood out to me in the rest of the trailer other than constantly being amazed by the graphics. Overall, I really hope that this game does live up to the expectations of the community and myself. I've actually been following the development of this game for almost 2 years now, so fingers crossed they don't mess it up like a lot of other gaming companies. Because we all know what happens when games are so overhyped, then when it's released to the public, it looks like this.
Oh my god, what is that?
Alright, well that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you've all enjoyed the video, and if you want to become a member of the Panda Sanctuary, don't forget to subscribe or join the Discord server. Take care everyone.